Okay, this video is for our solar panels, and we have a 200-watt system, and we're currently running in full sun right now. I just hooked it up, and I want to show you our setup. There's 200 watts, 200-watt solar panels, 100 watts a piece, tied together. And they're monocrystalline, I believe, which I think are the better ones. Paid about 140 bucks a piece, 135 give or take. Now, this is the charge controller, 30 amp charge controller. Let me shut this fan off. So this is a 30 amp charge controller. Right now, I'm currently pulling in 8.8 amps because I don't need to pull any more amps. The batteries are charged. But I can usually pull in 10.5 amps with this system. Got a little small inverter, 600 watt, pure sine. I'm running this light, this fan on high, this light, this fan on high. This is not LED. These are all LEDs through the whole coach. This light, this light, this light, this light, this light. And I seems to be like I can turn on all the lights, and I'm still pulling less power than I need. I mean, my solar panels are charging more than I need. I don't need that kind of power. Oh, I'm using this light too. It's an LED light, but it's 60 watts. This fan I've been running for about an hour. So this fan on top of that, and I still have power to spare. So really, you only need really 2 panels, guys. You really don't need any more than that, unless you're gonna run blenders and make some martini, some pina coladas or whatnot. But I mean, I can run the water pump, and it doesn't seem to kill it too much. A little bit. I think it's like 4 amps itself, or 5 amps. That's about it. And this is I got this at windynation.com. Now the guy actually was really nice. He helped me set it up over the phone a little bit, and he sold me these, or the 30 amp heat controller, or heat fuses, so they only break when it gets hot. When it gets cold, they come back together. The problem, what I didn't like about this company, Windy Nation, is they charged me 10 bucks for these, and these are like $2.50. So I got 2 of them. I kind of got ripped off there, 20 bucks. But it is what it is, and I might buy another 2 panels for this system. And this right here actually goes to the monitor to the batteries, which I can't get a reading off yet, to see how warm the batteries actually are. And then the charge controller can shut off the charge if the batteries start to boil. But it does float them otherwise. So that's it. This is a solar panel setup for a 30 amp system, and I put a box right here, one of those heat things in. I'm gonna clean that up later. But I got 8 gauge wire, heavy 8 gauge wire going to the inverter. I got some home wire, 14 amp going into the controller. Then I got just the regular solar wires going up. So it's a pretty easy setup. I got to clean it up a little bit, and then we'll be done. So there you go. Get 200 watts for your RV, and you'll be happy, because you can boondock for free and not have to plug in an RV park. What we usually do is we plug in an RV park, and then we go boondock one night, and we plug in and go boondock. We can't do that too much in the summer in Florida because it's hot, and we need our AC units. But fall, winter, and spring, we can do it. So have fun, get your solar system set up. It's a little bit of work, especially when it's 95 degrees and I'm up on this roof. But it's worth it. It's worth it in the long run. It cost me about 400 bucks for everything, and I think it's well worth it. I'm just surprised on how expensive the adapters and wires are to the system. I mean, this is only a $50 charge controller, and the wires cost me about 80 bucks for the wires and connectors and fuses and adapters to adapt 2 panels together. And gotta be careful with those little chargers. But have a good one, guys, and get a solar setup for your RV or your house.
Like us and share us. You know you'll find us funny.